Coming at you again. This is Ron Tucker, the host of At Ron's Talking on YouTube. First of all, I want to thank my supporters, people who are tuning into my channel. I'm going to keep trying to bring you the information as I see it and to the best of my ability, give you accurate information. And my thoughts, of course, on what's happening right now that's shaping our country. We're in I'm not gonna say we're in dire straits or nothing like that. Nothing doom and gloom, because I'll leave it up to Trump and his acolytes to try to spread all the fear mongering that they need to keep their little campaigns going. But I know we need to deal with him, and we need to shut him down and get him out the picture so we can move on and get things rolling with this country. And that's what's going to make America great again as soon as we can get his ass out of the picture. Okay. One of the most satisfying moments in my life, from a political perspective, and I'm sure other people as well, was the show that he put on, which was just beautiful. It was like a symphony. And Kamala played him like a fiddle. She baited him, put him in positions to make him get, off his game. He didn't know how to respond to things. And the bottom line is, it wasn't hard because he's a liar. He's a known liar, a pathological liar, a consistent liar. And this time, he met his match. He ran into somebody who was on their toes. She was on her game, and she made him look silly. And he looked just like the person we thought he was, and most of us knew he was, a total fraud. And the inane, idiotic things that came out of his mouth that night was just proof positive. The man has no business walking down the street in Washington, D.C., along the gates that surround the White House. If he goes to Washington, D.C., and gets near the White House, he should be across the street. He should never even get near the gates again, because it was a desecration the first time he became president. He had no business being in office. And like she said, 81 million people gave you the boot. They bounced you out because you was a clown and you had no business being president anyway. You are, as she said twice, a disgrace. Right to his face. Remember she said a long time ago to Trump and the people in general, if you got something to say about me, tell it to me to my face. When she directed those missives at him directly to his mug, he wouldn't look at her because he knew he was embarrassed. And he should have been ashamed, but he probably don't feel shame, but he looked that way. The man got totally undressed in front of the world by somebody he felt was inferior to him. A woman putting him on the spot like that in front of everybody. I mean, Hillary did it too, but a lot of people didn't give her enough credit. She was too competent for Trump back then in 2016. She got robbed. But we move on. I bet you Hillary probably toasted a glass of wine or champagne, whatever her drink of choice was that night. Self-satisfying. No, she was feeling great. And all the other people who've been just sitting back, in a sense, and watching this clown, this idiot, perform his brand of magic, which is voodoo, black magic. And see, Trump tried to pull a rabbit out of his hat. The hat had a hole in it. The rabbit was gone. He was standing there looking like a fool. let me move on and let me hit a few notes. Because so much stuff been going on. It's been hard to keep up with it, but I do my best. Let's talk about my boy, who's been a stalwart in this whole thing. He's been helping us tremendously. And that's my man J.D. Vance. I always say the J.D. stands for just dumb. But J.D. Vance is the one, in conjunction with Fox News, who's been spreading that rumor and the outright lies, fear mongering about Haitians, immigrants, stealing people's pets from their lawns and all this stuff and eating cats. And I guess dogs too, or any other animal that they can find. That sounded so insane. But Trump, to his credit, or discredit, however you want to look at it, how stupid do you have to be? You consider yourself as a stable genius. What kind of genius did it take for you to be that idiotic? To, even if you were told that crap and garbage, that you would think it made sense for you to spew all that stuff to the American public at a debate. Man, is you you're the dumbest person probably walks the face of this planet, and you got some company though, so don't worry, I'm gonna get to them too. But it was mind-boggling. That's why Kamala was looking at him and laughing. She looked at him with just incredulous eyes. And you, what? You? She cracked up because it was hilarious. And he looked like an old deranged fool who was trying to grasp what's left of his mental faculties and shove them back in his brain, that little coconut that he calls a brain and a head, and just, man. J.D. Vance helped promote those theories, but the person who was really behind it, really behind it, was old Laura Loomer, and I call her Laura Looney, because she's straight up loony. A lunatic from the word go. That harpy, she's been running around talking about all that Haitian immigrant stuff a few days. I think it was on the 8th of September, right before the debate. And she was giving it to Trump. J.D. Vance was talking about it. They were all involved. Fox News and stuff started going around the world. Social media. People on social media would talk about it too because it was getting fed to them through their unique system they have of information sharing, QAnon stuff, just people who are just totally detached from reality. Anyway, I'm so glad they did it and done it, and appreciate y'all for doing it because it was a blessing. Okay, it was a blessing. These people, the gift that keeps on giving, and keep it up, folks. Keep it up, all of you, because you're doing us a tremendous service to your country. Okay, but once the thing started really getting traction, J.D. Vance went on CNN, interviewed with Caitlin Collins, and he was trying to justify the lie. Let me tell y'all something, and y'all can check it yourself, but I believe the whole thing originated from this lady, this black lady in Ohio, and I think she's probably got mental issues, obviously. She killed a neighbor's cat, and she started eating it. Now, this happened in Canton, Ohio, a little bit away, I think a couple hours away from Springfield, where Trump was bloviating and bellowing the fact that it happened in Springfield because he got his information from these other unreliable sources that I just mentioned. That was the origin of the story. And of course, once the story went from point A to point Z, it went around the world and then morphed into like Trump said, 20,000 Haitian immigrants stealing pets, eating cats, and all this stuff. That's where it really originated from. And that lady that I was talking about, who originally was eating the cat when the police rolled up on her after they were called, this happened back in August the 16th. And it was in Canton, Ohio. You check it out if you want. See? But that's where it started. And again, they grabbed the story and tried to weaponize it and do their racial dance and put it on Haitian immigrants because they're all racist. Trump included. The head racist. And that's how it originated. So check it out for yourself. See, like I said, the woman in Ohio, she was arrested after killing a cat and eating it. And then the story, then it grew horns and legs, as lies do. And it became a narrative about those Haitian immigrants allegedly hunting down pets and eating them. Then JD, old Vance, he starts feeding the decay rat poison to Trump, old Biggie Rat himself. And then, he took it hook, line, and sinker, like the largemouth bass he is. And then he turns around and feeds it to his nutty followers, the deranged ones. And then he shows up at the damn debate. And he figured, this is my time to go ahead and shine. I'm going to go ahead and show my utter ignorance by unleashing all this bullshit with the thought that it was really going to gain some traction. And the whole world was looking at this fool in disbelief, just like Kamala was. So, go figure. And he wonders why he lost. And then, JD, he decides to stretch the lie even more so. And he's claiming, when he was in the interview with Caitlin Collins, it's a town in Ohio that's been ravaged by what he admits to her was a rumor. But he stated that it doesn't really matter whether it's true or not. 20,000 migrants are causing healthcare costs going up, housing costs, communicable diseases like HIV and TB have skyrocketed. And it's all because of Kamala Harris and her border policies. Now, try to piece that shit together and see how it makes sense, how it connects. Kamala Harris is the VP. She was given an assignment to work on the border. They were calling her all these border czar names and all that. So she's the VP. She's not the president, but it's all her fault. Okay. Now, the media, they didn't care to cover about all this carnage that was wrought by these imaginary Haitians. Only until JD and his campaign, and they created memes and all this other stuff about it, that's when the media started taking notice of it. Because it never happened. It was imaginary. But they were talking about migrants are kidnapping our dogs and pets, and their lives have been ruined by the migrant crisis. See, them was always a crisis. Another thing about this border thing, at the debate, remember when they asked Trump, why did you go ahead and deep six the bill, the bipartisan bill that they put together? Senator Langford, one of the most staunch conservative Republicans in the Senate, made a bipartisan move. They put it together, and it was designed to help reinforce the border patrol personnel there, add more people there, purchase machines, X-ray machines to X-ray for drugs, guns, all kind of stuff. Things that really, really would have helped the cause down there. Trump never answered the question. I wonder why. Trump did what he normally does. He tap danced on it. When they asked him a question, he skirted around it and wanted to go back and attack her and start screaming about everything under the sun about her and Biden and all this stuff. But he knows. And he always knows that's what he does. He will never answer a question directly, yes or no, about nothing. He's always got to elaborate, which means here comes the bullshit. So he never answered why he did what he did, because he didn't want to answer it. But we would have had maybe some semblance of help down there at the border. It wouldn't eradicate everything, it wouldn't solve everything, of course, but it would have been a step in the right direction. And Kamala, she pointed it out. But like she said, and it's been said often, the Republican Party, they don't want to solve nothing down there. Because if they solved it, they wouldn't have another talking point. They wouldn't have anything to bitch about. They are not going to remove the problem and add a solution, because again, if they did that, what would they have to complain about the border anymore? It's simple, okay? So after Trump blew a gasket and got humiliated, what's the next thing he does? Now he goes out to the spin room and tries to recreate the debate, except Kamala ain't there. He wants to go out there and tell everybody who gonna listen to his BS, I won. 90%, 87%, 70%, all the polls say I won. And that one reporter said, which polls are you citing? Who told you this? You know, he didn't say shit. He just kept on moving and flapping his gums. He gonna run his mouth because Trump is always in denial. That's the key. Deny, deny, deny. Denialism is his favorite move, his patented move, his pet move, because he ain't got nothing else. He done got his ass kicked, bloody, beat up, both eyes closed, got 2 signs on his eyes saying closed for the weekend after Kamala to put them bees on him. And then he gonna go out there and tell everybody after he done got his ass thoroughly kicked, I won. Yeah. Those people listen to him because reporters and journalists in total, they know he's a liar and an idiot, but they'll listen to the idiot because it makes news. And so he went from getting humiliated on the stage to him humiliating himself after the debate, and he still looks like a fool today, running around and getting on Fox, telling everybody how he won. The polls are telling him this, and Miss Cleo's telling him stuff too. Everybody's telling Trump all kind of stuff. And getting back to Miss Laura Loomer, you know that this is the most crazy thing that happened today. Her, and of all people on this planet, Marjorie Taylor Greene is trying to defend Kamala Harris. You heard me right. If you didn't hear me, let me say it one more time. MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, or as Texas Paul calls her, Marjorie Trader Greene. She, of all people, today, and it floored me, she's defending Kamala Harris. And why? because old Laura Looney, she's rolling first class with Trump in Philadelphia. See, Trump got him a new girl. And Marjorie feels jilted now. She's salty. She's talking about some of the things that Miss Looney, by attacking Kamala, talking about if Kamala makes it to the White House, it's going to smell like curry. And we know where that's going and where that came from the imagination of a racist harpy. But Laura, right now, is in Trump's good graces. And Margie Taylor Greene has kind of like fallen on the wayside. So, she's upset because she feels like a jilted lover now. Well, Miss Loomer, of course, comes back at Margie Taylor Greene. So they've been going back and forth. But it's just another indication now how MAGA is at each other's throats. And you knew it was going to come. You knew it was going to happen. Because when he imploded on the stage, the rest of the little roaches and rats and ants, they started scattering all over MAGA land. And they all in disarray and disbelief because they never thought their pappy was going to go up in flames like he did on the debate stage. And they all are in shock. And the real poll that came out shows that the people who saw what we saw feel like Kamala damn near beat him about 70 percentage points to his 30-something. He got his ass thoroughly kicked. And they can't deal with it. And this pain, it's going to linger on to November 5th. So they got a lot of suffering to deal with. And they trying to figure out. I bet you psychiatrists and psychologists' office rates then gone up, probably going out the roof now because they know they're getting a whole lot of patients right now. Dumb Donald. Now, after the debate, him and his acolytes, they threatening ABC News about their broadcast license should be revoked. Because he had a poor performance, it's ABC's fault. Well, of course, Trump claims he was being triple teamed, 3-1. See, he feels like David Muir from ABC and that Miss Lindsay, I believe that's her name, they were holding his feet, and then Kamala was punching him while they were holding him down. So he didn't have a chance. Trump said, ABC took a big hit last night. They ought to take away their license. Why? Because you bombed on the stage? You bombed, Trump. But you're going to run to Fox and Fiends to air all of your grievances about ABC's moderators. And see, he said on the spin, in the spin room, I think, since he won, that's what losers do, talking about Kamala Harris. Her camp said they want a rematch, and they're going to give him a chance to redeem himself, but he don't see it like that. So he feels like since he beat them, that's the only reason they're asking for a rerun on this whole thing. Trump is so ignorant, but desperate. I got a feeling. Now I got a feeling he's not gonna take him up on it. He needs to, but I think he's worried that after this traumatic situation that occurred, I don't think he wants to go through it again. But he gonna put up a front like he's ready to put his dukes up again. But he was shell shocked. He's still in shock. I don't think he wants some more of that. He don't want no more Kamala. Okay. Now, see, he wants to perform a duo for Fox, That's his main thing. If he does do it, he definitely got to have it at Fox now because he got to be in friendly territory. But he's got a stipulation. He don't want Brett Baer and Martha McCallum to be nowhere near it because they said that he lost the debate. He don't want no part to them. Anybody else at Fox, like Tucker Carlson, who's not at Fox anymore, but I bet he take Tucker in a minute. But some of his roadies, like Jesse Waters, maybe even Will Kane, anybody else at Fox, maybe Judge Janine, but she probably be too drunk to show up for the damn moderation. So anyway, he's in dire straits. He claims he was told by the polls that he won the debate by 80-20, 92-7. I'm wondering where those other percentages go, where they go to. They just disappeared, just like he did. But he sort of believes that he won it. He claims, I've been told I'm a good debater. This delusional fool really thinks it was one of his better debates. And he doesn't know, but that's why he is so disheartened by it. He's upset right now by somebody at Fox News, a guy named Harold Ford. He's another one that said Trump lost, so Trump don't like him no more either. See, they quit waving those Trump pom-poms after the debate, so anybody like that is on his list. Persona non grata. They ain't dealing with him. He don't want to deal with them because they told the truth. And there ain't nothing Trump wants to hear. Yeah. So he's fretting, worried, he's out of sorts because he don't know what he's gonna do next. But I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna keep on lying. See, Trump, his ego is so massive. As long as people tell lies to him, like Jesse Waters, who told him he knows that Trump won and gave him a bunch of attaboys and pats on the back, and Trump just, Trump was going to walk around with his tail between his legs trying to lick his wounds and stuff. So he's ready to hear anything positive from anybody who's trying to make him feel better because they know he's down the dumps. Well, let's move on to another American tragedy. Megyn Kelly. Okay, now Miss America, she's still looking for her place in MAGA land, but she's still trying. She's been disgraced. I remember when Trump was telling her about blood was coming from all parts of her body when he was campaigning for the first run for president. She ain't never gotten over that, and she got booted out of a few shows or talk show on TV. Now she's trolling around on podcasts and stuff, but still, since she got her panties in a bunch, she's still pissed off because Taylor Swift announced her endorsement of Kamala Harris. So Megan said, "Fuck you, Taylor. You can kiss your sales to the Republican audience goodbye." Now, I don't understand why Megan is trying so hard to please all these right-wing customers she's got. She sounds like somebody who's been scorned too. I don't know why she sounded so demented and bitter and spreading conspiracy crap. Of course, she ripped Jennifer Aniston too, so Jennifer couldn't get out in front of those crosshairs of Megan's venom. And then she took a stance about J.D. Vance's comment about women being childless cat women. That pissed Megan off. And she said she didn't give a damn about what Jennifer Aniston has to say either. See, anybody who takes offense, they in trouble. They in trouble. The right-wing nuts in the GOP, like her, they're on a crusade now. They're on a mission. They got to try to take care of Pappy. But I'm still trying to figure out why Megan's so butt sore. Again, Trump said she was bleeding from every hole back in 2015. Maybe he had something there. I don't know. Maybe something to it. I'll let y'all figure it out. And there's a former or current lawyer, depending on how you look at it, for Trump. Oh, Miss Alina Habababa. You know, she was that lawyer who gave us the secret sauce to her success. And she said, I don't have to be good at what I do as an attorney as long as I look good. But your client is walking the plank because of your incompetence, but she looking good. But she feels it's a good trade-off because after all, she didn't hire criminals. They hired her. Trump ain't figured that out yet. Anyway. So, Miss Habababa, she's trying to defend this nut job and his butt kicking after the debate. She posted on Twitter a photo of old dumb Donald in the spin room and was praising his performance, talking about he's walking around, no headphones, talking to all the reporters. That's strength. That's leadership. Really? Really? She also said, where's Kamala at? So, you know, the Twitter trolls tore her up. You know, she's just ridiculous. She didn't realize after the debate, Kamala was just cold chilling, doing her thing. She didn't need to be in the spin room. There was nothing for her to spin on. She had already took care of him. It was time for her to go on and keep on campaigning and do what she do. Trump's the one walking around in a daze like he lost, trying to get somebody to help him figure out where he's supposed to be going next. But see, I'm wondering where all that strength and leadership was when he really needed it when he was on the debate stage. He got up in front of that lectern and didn't know what time it was. See, he cheated and he got beat it. And Miss Harbor, she cheated her client just like she cheated the law. But, you know, she left him hanging. Just like everybody else is doing now. They leaving him hanging because he is guilty of so many things. But one of the things is the man has no character. Now, it's like, let me see. How should I put this? I guess Miss Harbour figures, well, regardless of what happened to him, I'm still going to be on the payroll because he's going to have so many cases on him. He's going to need some good attorneys. And, you know, I guess she feels like she one of them. And Trump will need a lot of attorneys because if he don't win, well, now, here's the new conspiracy. Because all the conspiracy bats are flying out of the cage with their newest paranoia based on lies to protect the Fuhrer. Led by none other than the epitome of lying and king of conspiracies. No other than the great, venerable Alex Jones. I thought this retard, I thought he would keep his fat ass under wraps and undercover at least until Jesus returns. Nope. Trump and MAGA needs him more than ever right now. So Alex, in his infinite wisdom, of course, he's spearheading their latest attempt to salvage Trump's dignity Now, Kamala only beat Trump because she was outfitted with earring headphones. That's the new conspiracy going around, created by Mr. Jones and his cabal. So she can have info piped into her ears to deal with the orange one when they were on the debate stage. So that's what they're alleging now. You know, they desperate, and this is just the beginning because more and more things are gonna start popping up from these idiots because they know where Trump is heading. The, the Republicans and Fox, they so bent out of shape because right now this fool looks so incompetent that they're calling for a federal investigation to prosecute ABC for illegal contributions to the Harris campaign in the form of, now get this, debate bias. A new category. I'm going to roll with MAGA on this one, though. But only if they force Clarence Thomas to resign from the Supreme Court because of his acceptance of illegal contributions from Harlan Crow. And when they do that, I'll give them some credence on the illegal contributions of interference bias, as they call, on the debate stage. Who ever heard of some? I thought the cat shit was bad enough. Leave it to them. Leave it to Republicans to figure out a new category of lunacy and madness. And I'm gonna say this: if you think that sounds crazy, I could probably put money that as soon as the hearing hounds, Jumpin' Jim Jordan and the Kentucky Colonel, James Comer, mark my words, they'll take that madness and they'll hold a hearing just to help Pappy, just to help Trump. You watch and see. That is right up Jim Jordan and James Comer's alley. That's all they've done for the past few years is hold hearings on everything from the M&M lady to Hunter Biden's laptop and everything in between. They'll hold a hearing just to prove to Trump that they'll do anything for him. Mark my words, folks. Mark my words. In closing, folks, I just want to let y'all know that keep your eyes open because there's more fireworks to come. The Republicans, you're going to see an all-out assault, not only on democracy, but there is going to be an assault on our brains because these folks are going to start coming out with the most ridiculous forms of retribution and allegations. If you think the Haitian immigrant stuff was ridiculous, you ain't seen nothing yet. No, they just getting started. They just cranking up. So it's going to be interesting, though, if O'Donnell decides to go ahead and take Kamala up on another debate, because he was talking about, she lost, and when you lose, this is what you do is, he I don't know what the hell he was really trying to convey, other than the fact that he thinks that she's got to ask him for a rematch because she lost, according to him. But you didn't see him say he's ready to do it. The Harris campaign threw out the invite. Trump didn't say, yeah, let's do it. I'm ready anytime. No. He's gonna be very, very, very cautious and measured with his acceptance. That probably won't happen because when you get an ass kicking like that, I don't think you want to get back in that ring again no time soon. So, anyway, folks, stay tuned, stay straight, stay vigilant, keep your eyes open, and keep on watching my channel. I'm gonna keep on bringing noise and news because that's what we do here. And I appreciate you taking a look at me. Don't forget to subscribe. Throw me a few likes. We'll keep on doing this. I'm going to keep on doing this. I ain't getting paid to do this. I'll do this freely, the kindness of my heart, because our democracy needs it. It means a lot to me. And I ain't going to rest until the good Lord puts me there. So, everybody have a good afternoon or good evening, wherever you're at. And I will talk to you folks later. Take care and see you soon.